if you're seeing this, I might have a message for you. Don't scroll. We're gonna get right to it. I've got the Ali Mans Tarot right here. A quick throw so you can see that I'm actually shuffling and that this is a huge deck. So if I pause to look up a meaning, you know why. What do you need to know? What does the person who's seeing this need to know? What does the person who's seeing this need to know? Hope you're having a good day. I said we're going to get right to it. Apparently not. Ooh, Lone and Level Sands. So this is a card of the passage of time. The significance of the passage of time. And that time destroys everything. So stop worrying so much about the mark that you're going to leave on the world and start worrying about the mark you're going to leave with other people with that teamwork card. The Three of Pentacles. And then the Four of Wands. Yeah, you need to find a good foundation with which you can create with the people that you are working with. I don't know if it's necessarily a job, people in your life, partner, perhaps. But there is a call for compromise, working together, effort, thinking of others, not just yourself, and contribution and participation even. Happy squirrel. So watch out. You're going to have to keep an eye on, with this group that you're working with, whoever this is for, with this group that you're working with, keep an eye on the choices you make, because this happy squirrel is an indicator of fires set unintentionally but still burning down a forest. You know what I mean? So it might be that you make some good choices and something, what you think are good choices, and something bad happens. Keep an eye out for that. And have hope. It might feel like when this happens, you're going to be like, fuck, everything's over, it's done, the world is over. Have hope, though. The All Right is a card of straight up hope. Hey, yeah, it's gonna suck when if you make any of these mistakes, and it might be unavoidable. It might be somebody else is being a fucking squirrel and setting a fire that you have to put out. And it's alright to feel your misery in the moment, but don't let it kill your hope. So working with a lot here, there's a lot of shit you don't want to do. There's some shit you don't want to see, you don't want to know, and you feel like you're having to handle all of it. And that might be why this team isn't being very... what are the fucking phases? You guys are getting through that like rough start phase where you guys are first starting to work together or be together, and ideas clash, cultural shit clashes down to the fucking clothes other people wear at some points. But if you can keep your head out of all of the drama and keep it on the actual work, yeah, there's going to be wild cards here. Ooh. So we got the Devil with Snakes for Dicks. And this is about pride and being proud of the things that you've accomplished, the things that you do, the things that you know. But with this wild card here, or the Joker is a wild card. With that Joker there, I'm not quite sure. You might be getting like a feeling to like wild hair up your ass to show your ass. But we got the Ali Man, so this is indicative of how strangers touch our lives and how people can have a very, very large impact in a very, very short amount of time. So, you know what? Some of you might be meeting this wild card. This might be a person who's very ego-driven, but if you can get past this ego, they might have something very, very important to teach you. And that might be true for this, why it's coming in for this whole team thing, is that every single person here might seem like they're a fucking asshat at some point, but they all know something you don't. That might be the way that you have to look at it. That's the way, yeah, with the Ali Man coming out like that, that's absolutely the way you have to look at it. You can learn something from every single person that you are working with. So you might not be able, they might suck at compromising, but if you can approach it with that mentality, yeah, it will bring, well, let's see what it's going to bring, because the Night Owl, I just picked 2 random cards, so I'm just going to split it. So, the Dark Sun. You bitch. The Dark Sun and Judgment. So the Dark Sun and Judgment is... I don't know how this... Because we got the Night Owl. The Dark Sun is looking for the dark things. Looking for the... Just, well, yep, he's going to crash. Yep, called that. That kind of fucking attitude. Sorry. That kind of attitude. But with Judgment here, this is going to be new waters for you. So I think it might alter this sense, this perception that you might have, or this perception that this other person might have. Either way, this is going to be a new, with the Judgment card coming out, this is going to be a new world, new river. Kind of like the river Styx is a river in Greek mythology that once you start putting your feet in it, shit, you start forgetting. The longer you're in the water, the more of yourself you submerge, you start forgetting your life. And then that's how you end up being able to be reborn, is because you forget everything, basically. But with this card, this is new territory. That's why they have that image. This is new territory for you. This is like you've never been here before. So I want to see if it's you or if it's that person. Or seeing that person's dark sun attitude might even change your perspective. In getting you, oh God, that reminds me of that Carl Jung quote, and this wanted to come out. You have another Judgment card, like no shit. This second Judgment card came out. So I think it is okay for you to, you might be needing to, with these two cards, you need to learn discernment. You need to learn how to work with people that don't necessarily want to be worked with, or people that think they want to be worked with and suck at working with others. I think that's me. But you have two Judgment cards here, but that reminds me of the quote by Carl Jung, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of others. So I think if you take this little foray with this person, if this was Ali Wade tarot, it would be Ophiuchus, somebody who teaches you how to deal with venom, teaches you how to deal with. This is all a lesson, teaching you how to deal with, jeez, two Judgment cards right off the fucking, one right after the other, fuck. Teaching you how to deal with people that don't necessarily want to work with others. How to get along and move with other people and not having to shoulder all the burdens by yourself. So learn how to work with people. Learn how to compromise. If you need to do something more unfair, that's fine. Remember that at some point you are going to be forced probably into a situation where something is unfair for somebody else and you get the lion's share. Take it as it comes. Handle it and keep the objective in mind with the Eight of Pentacles. Don't get too lost in the drama, like I was trying to tell you, because it did come out in reverse like this. And Eight of Pentacles is passion, feeling good. Don't give in to that drama. If you can show somebody, like, show them up and be like, oh yeah, well, guess what? That's wrong. Don't do that. If you can teach them that they're wrong, you might be able to come to an understanding with people. And the more you are able to teach people that don't want to be taught, woo, the more joy you'll find in smaller things, certain situations, and the easier you'll find it to work with the difficult people, because you'll know how to do it. You'll be able to keep your drama and your feelings, your feelings on lock to examine later. You can practice the rule of Stoicism, where you don't show your feelings, you take them, you hide them for now, to actually examine later, not just hide them and pretend that they're not there, but to put them away and take them out when it's safe for you and everybody around you that you love, for you to go through these feelings, examine them without blame and without foisting them off on other people. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Ten of Cups. So you have celebration ahead. That is just a straight up card of success. I think if you can do this, you know what you need to do right here with the last round. All right. Compromise, work with them. You're not going to be in teams forever, okay? You're not going to be with them forever. The insight, the knowledge, and the experience that you can gain in working with difficult people when you don't want to will be very, very valuable to you in the future. So take that for what it's worth. I hope this helped. Love you.